What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you rocking with me. I've got part 2 of our Gorilla Goon Silverback Comics, Silverback Graphics. I need to get his name right if I'm going to be branding him here. We did the mystery box on Monday, and this is the stuff he sent me in our little trade deal. If I can get into it here. This actually came in the same box. If you haven't seen the first video, go back to Monday. I will not remember to link it in the description, so you're just gonna have to go back and find it. And it was a good little box, man. I mean, honestly, it was a good little box. It was it's definitely different than all the other boxes I've gotten so far. It's not a bunch of like hyped up stuff. It's like, it's for comic book fans, So, anyway, this is unrelated to that. This stemmed out of the conversation that he and I had. Again, this is the other reason that I love Mercari, is they have that chat function that's so much more useful than eBay's messaging function. It's more akin to Facebook Marketplaces. Well, you use Facebook Messenger, so it's more akin to that. And it just makes it so easy to talk to people and to develop a business relationship with people, or just a personal relationship with people. And, really do the customer service component of selling. I know myself as a seller, at this point I'm doing probably more sales through Mercari than eBay. I have more listings on Mercari too, because they don't charge you per listing. And I don't know that I've had any repeat buyers. None specifically come to mind, but I do believe that I've been able to convert lookers into buyers through the ability to talk to them, and just be a person, and not be a faceless Amazon outlet. Let's see here. How's he got this in here? Let me make sure I get these out of here safely. Okay. So originally I mentioned it briefly. He watched one of my long box videos, and he pointed out a couple of books that he wanted. Nothing major, basically dollar store books with the exception of the Mask of the Phantasm. And he wanted to know, if we could do a little trade. And he was asking what I was into, what kind of books, because like I've got, tons of this, tons of that, yada yada yada. And I was like, honestly, you guys know I'm trying to get rid of my single books. I probably should stop buying mystery boxes because I'm getting more faster than I can sell them. But I'm trying to get rid of my Lucy's, so to speak. But if you've got a low value slab, something that's just not really worth anything, I would gladly trade you for that, And he's like, I got just the thing. I got a little peek of it on accident, but I don't know. I did not know what he was sending me up until this moment. So I don't think, or did he tell me? Maybe he told me. Now that I mentioned that, I think he might have told me. But here we go. Slab for the collection. Oh, wow. The back of this is brilliant. Elongated Man, number 1, 9.8 from 1992. Look at the back of this. LA Guns. What rock and roll was meant to be. Hollywood Vampires. They are clearly a Guns N' Roses knockoff. Kiss My Love Goodbye. Some Life. I don't remember any of these songs. Sorry, I'm just reading this ad. This is so 90s. Like early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Look at that. That's insanity. Anyway, he did have this book for sale actually at one point, and I remember reading. This is why I say when I talk about how his postings are very distinctive. A lot of them he'll have in the thumbnail. You'll have the item, but then off to the side there'll be this like a Photoshop description of what it is that's in the thumbnail, and he'll put in there what's significant about it. Apparently this was supposed to be an ongoing series that was turned into a 4-issue series. Well, this says 4-issue miniseries. Maybe this was supposed to launch a regular series, but fans didn't like the changes they made to Elongated Man from the classic, I guess. And I can never remember which one's Elongated Man and which one's Plastic Man. Ralph Dibny is Plastic Man, right? I think that's correct. I know that's what it is on the Flash TV show, but I can't remember if that's Having a wonderful time. Wish you were here. Love, Sue. Well, Sue Dibney. Am I remembering that correctly? I think I am. I don't know. I don't really know. But anyway, it's just fun. It's not worth anything really. $20 maybe if you're lucky. Probably not even that. But I like it, and I'm gonna add that to my slab collection. So appreciate that. I hope that he's happy with the stuff I send him. Hopefully he. I mean, ideally, I hope he thinks he got the better end of the deal. Realistically, although I don't know if I can really compete with that, at least for me. But then again, in talking to him, he's had a lifetime of slab collecting and trading and buying and reselling. So he might not care as much, but I think that's super cool. So I really appreciate that, my man. Great trade. I'm really happy with that. I really appreciate that. Great doing business. I'm sure we'll do a lot of business in the future. Certainly want to, keep conversing and keep talking, keep chatting. And I think he left a comment, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe not. I had a comment left on one of my videos the other day that I thought might have been him, but I'm looking at the return address and it was not. So anyway, he also sent me a little gift pack. He said just a little something. He's sending me his Lucy's that he can't get rid of. So anyways, I'll share this with you. What do we got? We got Adventure Comics number 518 with Doomsday on the cover. I might have this book. I was getting Adventure Comics around this time when they were doing these second features, so I might have this one. So that's cool. What do we got next? The Grifter, number 5. I got thrown off by this ad for the Kubert School on the back. I was like, oh, this is going to be a book from the 90s, but apparently the Kubert School is still going strong. I love how some of the alumni include Andy Kubert. You think? Actually, they got some crazy alumni on here. Amanda Connor, Matt Hollingsworth, Adam Kubert, obviously. Tom Mandrake, I recognize his name. In fact, he was on one of the books we got out of the box. I forget which one. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to show you the back of this first. Do 250 miles per hour in your underwear. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Rad Racer 2 for the NES. I'm very happy with this. This makes me happy. I think I might have this one, but I'm not certain. It's one of those I've seen 1,000 times. Superman number 50. It's in decent shape too, actually. I might just send this off. Oh, it's got a little tear back here. Yeah, something got a little chunk out of it. I was going to say, I might send this off to get slapped. Just for myself. But that's cool. That's definitely, I'm going to put that off the side because that's one I'm definitely keeping regardless. All right. Oh, here's another good one. I'm going to show you the back. Look at that. Remember Got Milk commercials? The Fantastic Four, I was going to say the first version, but the second version. I have the Roger Corman Fantastic Four on DVD. I used to work with a guy. It's actually kind of a funny story. I should tell you that story one time. I might tell you today. I have the Roger Corman Fantastic Four on bootleg. It's actually not bad. It's very, very true to the Fantastic Four. It's not bad. We got World War Hulk, Ghost Rider number 12. That's a cool cover. Again, these are just books. He just threw these in. He just sent these to me. A little goodie bag, he called it. And we got Green Lantern, New Guardians number 8. The back wasn't interesting, so I was like, whatever. Cool cover, though, again. They did some really good Green Lantern books there for a couple years. I was really into them. This is also Tyler Kirkham. I probably have a lot of Tyler Kirkham books, actually, if he was doing Green Lantern at the time. All right, we got another bag here. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. All right, what do we got? DC Universe presents Black Lightning and Blue Devil. The New 52 was crazy. That whole series leading up to the New 52 I've talked about it before. Countdown, all that shit, man. They were doing some weird ass stuff. We got Brightest Day, Green Lantern number 59. I must have this one. I'm sure. I mean, the cover doesn't look familiar, but This was also a window where I was buying all my comics, but I wasn't reading them consistently, so I don't even remember it at this point. Okay, I'm going to show you the ad on the back. Oh, pretty sure I have this one. MLB Players Choice Products. That was I think that was the union, the Players Union. Pretty sure. Before they started, they came up with that MLB PA logo. They were doing that. Anyway, Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Oh yeah, I do have this. So in the 90s, what's the date on this? This is 98. This is right before I stopped buying comics. I stopped buying for like 5 or 6 years. I wanted a computer, and my mom said I had to make a choice: comic books or the computer, and I chose the computer. But at the time, there were 4 Superman books in printing: Action, Adventures of Superman, Superman, Man of Steel, and Superman, and they ran consecutive weeks. So one week you'd have Action, next week was Adventures, so on and so forth. But twice a year, there was a skip week. If you get paid bi-weekly, you'll recognize that there are 2 months out of the year where you get 3 checks in the month. Those 2 weeks were skip weeks. So then they launched this Superman Man of Tomorrow book, which would fill those weeks. So that then they never had a break anymore. And so this book came out twice a year for, I don't know, a few years. Jeez. This is, look at this. So this is actually, maybe I quit reading by now. I take that back. This is after I stopped because it's got Superman Red and Blue in it. And I quit early on in the Superman Blue story. But look at Cyborg, the red version. Oh my god, they kept going back to the well during that time. It's so funny to touch this because the paper is so different. You know, now it's all high gloss and everything, and this is like barely a step above newsprint. This is taking me back to my childhood. This is what comic books were. Wow. Holy smokes. Metallica ad in here. Oh my gosh. I love this stuff. Huh. Awesome. All right, last book. This one's a little bit newer. It's got a Blu-ray ad. Birds of Prey. That's a cool cover. Birds of Prey number 31. It's a very cool cover. I'm guessing from Robson Roca. Boy, I'd love to see that in a Virgin variant. That's a really cool piece of art right there. Very, very cool. All right. Anyway, I love these old 90s books. I really do. Oh my gosh, look at this. What's this from? This is from 1990. They still had the stereotypical ad to order shit out of the comic book. Look at this. Great teen physique. Look at that. That's fantastic. That is tremendous. A Batmobile phone for $39. A Mario phone for $49. I'll gladly order that. Win large stuffed animals at carnivals. Entertaining 24-page booklet exposes the pitfalls of many carnival games and teaches you a proven method to the secret of winning. $5. Oh, it's tremendous. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that ad. Back to the Future 2 and 3 from LJN. I can't decide if they learned their lesson from Back to the Future 1 when they made this game, and so they made a better one, except that it's like arguably not better. It's somehow arguably worse, even though they like fixed the things that were crappy about the first one. That's tremendous. I love it. This is awesome. Oh, I forgot about this. Remember the letters to the editor? Case in point, here's this was another thing they did in you won't be able to read it because my camera's garbage, but in the back of the Superman book. So next week, Adventures of Superman. In 2 weeks, Action Comics. Let me get my finger right. Action Comics. In 4 weeks, Superman. So at this point, Man of Steel was not a monthly book. So they had a week off in between books even back then. What is that an ad for? Acclaim. Oh, Acclaim handheld games. Total Recall, Narc, The Simpsons, Arch Rivals, Bigfoot. That's the monster truck Bigfoot. I don't know what that other one is. Cupcake Crisis, apparently. Look at that. That's awesome. Those Tiger handhelds were, man, I never had one of those. It's kind of weird. I had a Game Boy. None of my friends had one. I was too poor to have one. I don't know how I had one, but I had a Game Boy. I had a ton of games. And nobody cared. But if you had the Tiger handheld, because you would bring them to school. The Tiger handhelds came to school. My Game Boy did not go to school. They were all much cooler than me with their Tiger handhelds. That you could get at KB Toys for like 3 for $10 at one point. So anyway, that's the little part 2, a little extra box again. This is the star of the show, Elongated Man, I almost said number 92, Europe 92, Elongated Man number 1. They were doing a lot of Europe stuff back then. They had Justice League International, Justice League Europe, I think, as well. I just love these. This has the new thing on it too, the newer labels. So either this was recently graded or had been regraded, recently. And it doesn't have the blurb on the back, so it's even new. It's even the new version of the new label. So anyway. That's it. You guys know the deal. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Check out Silverback Graphics on Instagram. Check out his mystery box. Check out his listings on Mercari. Like I said, great guy to do business with. No complaints whatsoever. And we'll definitely be doing business with him again in the future. Maybe a little bit of trade skis. Anyway, appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.